So a 39-year-old man who's dubbed the South African Tinder Swindler is expected to appear in the Johannesburg Magistrate Court this morning, and that's to apply for bail. Amon Namara was allegedly swindled has allegedly swindled at least 3 women out of their money and is facing charges of fraud, money laundering and theft. The Ugandan national allegedly lured his victims on the dating app, which is Tinder, much like the Israeli conman Simon Lviv, whose swindling habits, were brought to light in a Netflix documentary that's got a lot of people talking. So let's get you a sense of what we know about his South African counterpart, for lack of a better term. Gauteng police spokesperson is Robert Netshiunda, who joins us via our telephone line. And Robert, thanks for your time. It's lovely to have you on the program. As a start, how did you come to know about Amon and essentially find out what he's doing?
Thank you for hearing us. We can confirm that we got to find about him when there were complaints and victims were coming forward that they've been swindled of money, and as the police were to get down and investigate.
Yeah. Is there any indication about how much he was able to swindle in total from these 3 women?
There are more and more victims that are coming forward, and as yet we are looking at around 3 million rands. And that amount could still go down as more women and more other victims are coming forward.
I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. Did you say the figure at the moment is 3 million?
Yes, 3 million rand.
Wow. Any clues around his modus operandi?
Pardon?
Do you have any idea on how he was able to do this, essentially what his strategy was?
Yes, most of that are contained in our docket and subject to investigation. So we would not want to divulge much as the matter is still before court should we tamper with the investigation. But it has been an online kind of fraud, and we are quite aware that he has been pretending to be somebody else at times, and also luring women into believing that he's the guy and money has been swindling.
You talk about some kind of, fake identity. We are sure that his name is Amon Namara, right? That is his real identity.
His real name is Amon Namara.
Right, and I'm not sure if you're able to share this with us, but what was his fake identity? I guess if anybody else might have been at risk of being a victim here.
No, that is subject to investigation, because once victims come and have different names on all, we need to get down and investigate, because we don't want at this stage to be naming him or calling him other names that has not been proven in court.
The information at my disposal is that part of what he used to do is pose as being a millionaire who owned a Bentley, operating around the Johannesburg area. Are you able to give us a bit more details about which kind of regions he was targeting in Johannesburg, if that information is accurate?
Mostly it was in Gauteng, and that's where he was eventually arrested. And as somebody who was doing this online, we've got reasons to believe that he did it in several towns and cities around Gauteng. And maybe when we investigate further, my find that he even went beyond Gauteng. But as things stand now, Gauteng was mostly his target area.
Yeah, typically what they do, of course, is they flaunt the money, these kind of individuals, and you need time to do that. So before his arrest, do you have any indication of how long he had been essentially swindling his victims?
We are investigating that one, but if the amount now is amounting to 3 million rand, you could see that it hasn't been a few days. It's been quite a bit of time to commit that amount of money. But like I said, that the matter is before court. We don't want to be saying things that might jeopardize the case.
Right. In the case of Simon Lviv, we had also come to learn that part of what had happened is that the woman needed to take out loans to essentially be able to pay him that money. I don't imagine these women among them had 3 million rand sitting around anywhere. So what are you able to tell us about the state that these victims are, at least the ones that you know of?
Victims are very devastated because if you give somebody money or believing that you are in a relationship or believing that you are putting your money to good use, understand that you've been scammed, you become very devastated, because if you took a loan for a good cause and it turns out that it's fake, it's crime, you are very devastated, and that somebody is not in a position to be giving you back your money. Your victims are devastated, and as the police, we are determined to bring justice.
Yeah. The last one from me, Robert. We're told this is a Ugandan national. I presume part of your investigations will be trying to ascertain how he got into South Africa, on what business he was here.
Yes, that becomes part of our investigation, because we need to know if he is in the country legally, and how long has he been in the country, how long has he been doing this, and facing charges of fraud, theft of money, and money laundering. We are going to widen our investigation to ensure that every victim that has ever swindled of any money gets justice.
Sure. Quite a phenomenal story, this. Robert Netshiunda, thanks very much indeed for your time. Robert is the Gauteng police spokesperson, giving us a bit more details around the South African Tinder Swindler, so to speak. A man by the name of Amon Namara has so far swindled 3 million rand from at least 3 women. He's set to appear in the Johannesburg Magistrate Court today.